do you mean by VSWR?
Weight.
So for what purpose we are going for this voltage stand wave ratio?
To measure it is an important parameter in the microwave and RF communication systems. It is an important parameter. Which is used to measure the power transmitted from a source to a load through transmission lines. If the transmission lines gives the perfectly matched the current from the source to load is totally observed. If it does not if it does not match and it mismatch, it will be reflected back to it. So if VSWR is higher, we will be getting the higher reflection and the greater power losses. So the perfectly matched VSWR ranges from 1:1. In this VSWR, we need to maintain a very low ratio. So only we will be getting the perfect and good output.
So before VSWR, the first thing we have to know about what do you mean by SWR. So SWR, it is nothing but the standing wave ratio. Later it was converted into in order to measure the impedance, we are going for the VSWR, that is voltage standing wave ratio.
I am going to talk about the working principle of VSWR. VSWR is formed due to the interference of the incident and the reflected wave in the transmission line. The voltage in the transmission line is occurred the ratio we are calculating for the VSWR is the highest voltage and the lowest voltage, minimum voltage which is obtained using this VSWR. In this VSWR, the standing wave ratio is if the impedance matches with that, the ratio will be 1:1. If the impedance is mismatched in this VSWR, it gets to greater than the value of 1, so that the impedance will not match, so we cannot calculate from that.
Causes and effects of voltage standing wave ratio. High voltage standing wave ratio happens because of impedance mismatch between transmission line and the load. Due to this impedance mismatch, not all the signals reaches the load, but some signals are reflected back. The main causes are poor connection, impedance mismatch, and damaged line. So in severe cases, it may damage the transmitter. So we have to give low connection.
In this case, I tell about measurement of VSWR. VSWR can be used to measure the instrument like starter line, VSWR meter, directional coupler and network analyzer. In this laboratory experiment, the starter lines are commonly used in this method, and the probe to connected to the straight line to find the position of the maximum and the minimum voltage. After the measuring the value, the VSWR calculate the formula maximum voltage divided by minimum voltage. The VSWR to measure the waveguide and transmission line.
In this case study, I am going to talk about VSWR application. VSWR are used in antenna and mobile towers and radars, satellite, etc. And it checks the signal is properly connected in the VSWR connections. And low VSWR means strong signal source and strong signal source, less power losses. And I conclude this VSWR section. And VSWR is very important in communication system. It shows how well the system is properly working, and good experience and product the equipments.
Can you conclude this topic?
Yes, ma'am, sure. Coming to the conclusion of this case study, VSWR, voltage standing wave ratio, is the upgraded version of the standing wave ratio. In this, we will be using to measure the voltage transformed from the source to a load through transmission lines. When the VSWR is high, the system will produce the more power loss and low efficiency. By maintaining the VSWR in a low range and in the perfectly matched range, we will be getting the very reliable for the communication.